reporting from Skopje, the Republic of Macedonia. We are spending a whole week here in the capital of the Republic of Macedonia, and let me tell you, the city is absolutely gorgeous. We weren't expecting there to be this much art and sculptures and fountains. I mean, it feels like no other city that I've been to, and we are super excited to explore it.
Today is going to be a hot one here in Skopje. In fact, it's going to be close to 100 degrees Fahrenheit. So we're up early today to beat the heat and see some of the great sights and sounds of Skopje, starting with the Macedonia Square, which features one of the most iconic parts of the entire city, which is the massive statue of a soldier riding a horse or Alexander the Great, depending on who you ask.
So we're standing right now next to the Holocaust Museum, which we've heard is really quite spectacular, but it's just not on our list for today. That's really, really sad, and we'll have to put that on the list for another day. But you can see off to my other side where we're going to be going next, which is the Kale Fortress, and we're headed there now.
Guys, we are having a hard time finding our way into Kale Fortress, which is probably what they wanted when they actually built the fortress. But I want a tour. Let me in. Where's the entrance?
Guys, this is so much cooler than I thought it would be. I mean, I know it's like a 600-year-old stone fortress, but it's bigger than it looks like from down on the ground. And it's at the highest point, like up on a hill surrounding the city. So you can see it from basically anywhere when you're walking in downtown Skopje. And I'm still not convinced that this is the actual entrance, but we are about to find out.
This doesn't look like it's been open in a while.
Not the right entrance. Oh boy, okay.
To the left.
To the left. It's hot, I'm sweating already, and it's like 8 a.m. But we finally made it to the correct entrance, and we've got kind of a path that leads up, and then we are taking the steps down now so we can walk along the actual path that runs along the fortress. And let me just say that the views are amazing. We're not even on the edge yet, but you can just see, I mean, the entire city, and I am so happy we came. This is so cool.
For such a beautiful place, it's really interesting that this doesn't have an admission fee. I mean, it's this amazing old relic that the city's almost known for, and it's free to get in.
The walls of the fortress are so high that you can't really see over them to see the views when you're walking along it, but we came to the end here and it's crumbled and decayed and there is no siding, so we have the best views of the city and the river, and wow. So we're taking a break in the shade because it is so freaking hot today. We are both sweating, but I'm still really glad that we came to check this out because what a cool piece of history, and it's free to get in, so you really can't beat it.
We're about to get out of here and head to somewhere really, really cool that I'm especially looking forward to, and that is the old Bazaar and some of the really great things in the surrounding area.
Came across this beautiful, peaceful mosque. It has a really pretty green courtyard with fountains outside, but all of the carpets that they use to pray on are all rolled up and there's nobody in sight, so I don't think it's in use right now, but I could be wrong. And most of the gates were locked, but I ended up trying one on the far side of an alley and it was unlocked. So actually, I see shoes over here, so I do think people use it.
Yeah, this must be in the middle of service. It looks like they have the door closed up.
Whoa, I'm glad we got to see this.
We're wandering through the streets of Old Bazaar right now, which is a really cool area of Skopje that's all cobblestone and pedestrian only, and it's just surrounded with cafes and mosques, and it's got this really great, authentic, original, old-timey feel to it.
Yeah, lots of shopping done here, lots of cute little shops, cafes, restaurants, bars, everything you can imagine, and it's really pretty.
Pedestrian only in Skopje does not limit motorbikes or bicycles. Pedestrian only means motorcycles and motorbikes, so you gotta keep a little vigilant.
I wish they rented them. That would be so fun to just zoom around the Old Bazaar.
Oh, that'd be such a disaster, us on a motorbike.
You'd be a great driver, babe. Or maybe I'd drive and you could wrap your hands around my waist.
Yeah, you could wear me like a backpack. So right off the Old Bazaar, we stepped into this little square and it's just beautiful in here. There's trees and beautiful stonework and a little fountain. And it's just a really peaceful little area. When we walked in, I smelled breakfast food, even though I don't think there's a restaurant. And yeah, it's just a really little peaceful area off an otherwise busy street.
And one thing that Jack failed to mention is all the naked body sculptures that surround us. Like, I mean, I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 naked body statues in here, so they are into human art.
The other morning when we were going to get groceries, we walked through this really beautiful park with a ton of great statues, and it's really picturesque. And it's called Women Warrior Park, and we wanted to come back and show you guys it for the video because it's a really cool place to be.
Yeah, and it is right next to a pretty big shopping mall here in Skopje. So if you come by, you can walk through the park, have a picnic, check out the statues, go to the mall. There's kind of a ton of stuff in this area, and it's just a few blocks from Macedonia Square, so pretty central. But we're just gonna walk through and check this out. It's nice because it's in the shade, but it is already over 90 degrees, so I think we're gonna retreat back to our Airbnb for a few hours, take advantage of the AC, and then we're gonna show you guys some more of kind of the nightlife in Skopje. These sculptures are really beautiful. We have the sculpture that the park was named after, which is the woman warrior, and she's up on the bronze, gold, whatever thingy up there. And then there's a thing here with like horses in a chariot, and there's this like half-naked gold dude standing over here, and he's wearing like a little sash to cover his bum. And zoom in on the bum, honey.
Look at that butt. Over at the corner, there's a table full of chaps who have come to some sort of an agreement. Not really sure what that's all about. A lot of guy statues for a park named Women Warrior Park.
Yeah, there's only one woman and the rest of them are all dudes.
Yeah, there's one person over there in that little statue. Do feel that could be a woman.
I think it's just a dude with long hair.
Yeah, I think you're right. Anyway.
I'm so hot. Can we please go get to the air conditioning?
Yeah, let's go cool off. We'll catch up with you guys later, so we'll see you in a little bit. All right, guys, it's a couple hours later now, and it's starting to cool down, and we're really excited to check out Skopje at night. We've heard there's some great sights and sounds and people watching, but before we get too far, we're gonna grab some food because it's really close to dinner time.
Yes, and we have been craving Mexican food since we left San Diego because San Diego has some of the best Mexican food, and unfortunately we just haven't really found a place that had good reviews or authentic enough stuff, so we haven't eaten it. But we found a place that is right here in Skopje in the city center, less than a block from our Airbnb, called Amigos, and they have awesome reviews, supposed to have some really good Mexican food, so we are going there for dinner.
Yeah, I can't wait to have fajitas or burritos or just something. I miss Mexican food so much.
Something good. And sorry we're not eating like authentic Macedonian food, but we just really need to do this for ourselves. Alright, so I ordered a chicken burrito and Jack got some pork chimichangas, and we are so hungry, so we're gonna dig in now.
Well, I am super full from that dinner, and it was great to have Mexican food, even if it wasn't like entirely Mexican food.
Yeah, I think because it's been so long since we had Mexican food, I had really high standards, and it was really good and fresh. It just wasn't the Mexican food that we know and love from Mexico itself and California.
Yeah, strangely enough, it was almost like curry in the rice, so a little bit of an Indian twist on our favorite dishes, but still really good. I'm nice and full, and the total for our entire meal was 780 Macedonian dinar, which I'll put on the screen because I'm not quite sure what the fast conversion is right now.
Anyways, now we're just gonna go walk around, do some people watching, check out the fountains and the live music that they sometimes have, and just kind of get a good feel for the nightlife. This is really cool. You can see, I mean, just from when we were here this morning, there was barely any people out, and now there's just people everywhere. I can hear live music up on the bridge. Somebody is drumming, and just people strolling around. I'm honestly a little surprised that this many people are out because it's a Tuesday night, and it is still 93 degrees Fahrenheit, even though it's almost like 8 o'clock. So, I mean, the heat's been really bad today, but it's hard not to feel lucky to be in such a beautiful city. We got one more very important stop tonight.
The most important thing we had to pick up was a little bit of dessert, so we stopped at a place that was selling gelato, and we got a little scoop, which was like 75 cents US. It was 35 Macedonian dinar. Judging by your face, I think we found success in this one.
Yeah, we got Nutella flavored, and then she put like a chocolate shell on top and peanuts. So definitely worth every penny of 75 US cents.
Will you feed me a bite?
I sure will. Open up!
Honey.
Good?
Dang, that is delicious. Holy cow, that was only 75 cents. I would get so fat if I lived here all the time.
It really just is the cherry on top of an already amazing day. If you can't tell, Skopje is just an awesome city. So much art and history and things to do, and really good gelato.
Yeah, it's a beautiful city. It was so hot today, and I'm guessing it's not always this hot. So I'm sure if you guys made your own trip to Skopje, it would be a lot cooler and more temperate, but nevertheless, we had such an amazing day, and thank you guys so much for watching. Drop us a comment, hit like, hit subscribe, and thank you again for watching.
Also, if you like and subscribe, I will attempt to transport some of this gelato through the screen to you. So hit like and subscribe. You won't know if I can get the ice cream to you unless you like and subscribe.
There's only one way to find out.
I said try, not that I would. Bye.